Still in Jeremiah chapter 23, continuing with Jeremiah blasting the prophets. Okay, these are prophecies from verse 9 on down concerning the prophets, and there's no good news here. Jeremiah does not think very highly of any of the false prophets. Okay, now he would have known about Ezekiel, Daniel. He would have known about those guys. Okay, but they are not included here. But he's talking about the false prophets, the guys going around, lying to the people. Okay, and let's see, we finished up verse 12 last week. Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in the darkness, driving in the ice in the dark. They shall be driven on and fall therein, for I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, saith the Lord. Okay? Evil upon them. God says those false prophets, evil visited upon them. Okay? They're on slippery slope. And verse 13, where we start this week, and I have seen folly. Okay, that's foolishness. That's in the prophets of Samaria. Okay? We're dealing with, again, the northern 10 tribes and Jerusalem and Judah. Now remember, at this time, the northern 10 tribes, or Samaria, they were taken captive and conquered by the Assyrian Empire. Okay? The Babylonian Empire, Nebuchadnezzar, came along and conquered the Assyrian Empire. Okay? So, and this is all part of history. But Samaria, this is when Jeroboam and Rehoboam split up after the reign of King Solomon. They split up. Okay? They went separate ways. One of them went up to the northern 10 tribes, and they set up a golden calf up there in the territory of Dan, up in the north. Okay? And then Jerusalem and Judah. Which one went where? Who took over which? Which Jeroboam, or here's a Bible trivia. Another Bible trivia. Who took over which one? Jeroboam took over one, Rehoboam took over the other one. And they were... Probably sounds about right. Well, memory is gone here. I'd have to look it up. Yeah. But seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in Baal. They weren't even discussing God at all, the one true God. Even the Samaritans and the Jewish people, they were cousins. Okay, the people of Samaria and the Samaritans, and they were all cousins. Anybody talk about cousins and stuff like that? They were all cousins. Okay, and but they decided, they're going to go with Baal. Yeah, and see how that worked out for them. And they got conquered by the Assyrian Empire. You got to keep all these empires. Everybody, all of these kings and emperors, they get it all in their heads. I got to rule the world, right? So that's what they do. Nebuchadnezzar had to rule the world. The Roman Empire had to rule the world. Everybody, and then they bring in, I'm the boss of the world. You do what I say you do. And here the Samaritans, people of Samaria, and the prophets have worshiped Baal and caused my people Israel to err. Okay? Caused them to fall away from God, turn away from God. And I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing. Okay? You know, if God thought the prophets in Samaria were bad, well, the prophets of Jerusalem were even worse. Okay? Because, again, they're a horrible thing. Now, there is one spot, okay, and when we went through, how long it took us to get through Ezekiel, back in Ezekiel chapter 23, okay, we find out in Ezekiel chapter 23 the whoredoms of Aholah and Aholibah. Okay? The word of the Lord came again to me, saying, Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother. Okay? And they have committed whoredoms in Egypt. Okay? They were prostitutes. They were harlots. Okay? Well, who were Aholah and Aholibah? And they committed, and the verse 4 of chapter 23, and the names of them were Aholah the elder and Aholibah her sister. Can you guess who Aholah the elder would be? That's Israel. Okay. And they were mine, saith the Lord. The word of the Lord came to Ezekiel. They were mine, and they bare sons and daughters. Thus were their names. Samaria is Aholah, and Jerusalem is Aholibah. He's comparing Ezekiel is just like Jeremiah. Okay, God gave the same idea to both Ezekiel and Jeremiah. Okay? And Aholah played the harlot when she was mine, and she doted on her lovers, on the Assyrians, her neighbors.
What does doted mean? Like
loved,
huh?
flirted, loved,
Okay.
flirted, huh? There we go. Waited on hand and foot. Yeah. Did Aholah played the harlot when she was mine? Okay. And when she was mine, when Samaria was still part of the whole nation of Israel, okay, Samaria was God's. Okay? She doted on the Assyrians, her neighbors. And of course, the Assyrians, again, came in and conquered the northern 10 tribes, killed everybody, took captives, took a lot of them slaves, just like Judah and Jerusalem are going to happen, which were clothed with blue, captains and rulers, all of them desirable young men. These stereotype, you get the high school girls go out, go after the jocks, the good-looking guys, and all through college, of course, same thing. The guys go for the good-looking girls, Anyway, normal human stuff, right? All of them desirable young men. Thus she committed her whoredoms with them, with all them that were chosen men of Assyria, and with all on whom she doted, with all their idols. She defiled herself. Right? worshiping the Assyrian gods, worshiping Baal and those guys. Neither left she her whoredoms brought from Egypt, for in her youth they lay with her, and all of that X-rated stuff there in that verse. Wherefore I have delivered her into the hand of her lovers, into the hand of the Assyrians, whom she doted. Oh, boy, yeah. Get married to the guy that you commit whoredoms with and doted on. Yeah, and then figure out, wow, okay. And anyway, so and Aholibah is Jerusalem. Okay. I have also seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem, back in Jeremiah, an horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers. Okay? And that none doth return from his wickedness. Okay? They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah. He's calling his chosen people, okay? And supposedly these prophets are they're all children of Israel, and he's just as bad or worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. That bad. Okay? And so, yeah, they're just like them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood and make them drink the water of gall. Now, I had to look up wormwood again. Apparently, wormwood, it's an aromatic plant over there in that region, and it has a bitter, nasty kind of taste. But apparently, they use wormwood to make absinthe, which is an alcoholic beverage.
Very strong.
Very strong, yeah.
It's also hallucinogen.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, but it's really, bitter, harsh taste. Okay.
It's actually very sweet.
Oh, very. Yeah, there we go. But
Like licorice.
I think that's absinthe does have that licorice flavor. Yeah. But that's wormwood, and it's bitter. It's not, I would suppose if you took it without brewing it into absinthe, that it would be, if you tried cooking with it or something, it's going to give you your food a bitter, nasty taste. Okay? And feed them with wormwood, bitter, nasty food, and make them drink the water of gall. Now this gall here, that's not the French name for a region of France. This is, what's the best way to barf, vomit, okay? Drink the water of vomit, barf, yeah. Again, yuck. And God is going to feed them with that, drink that water, for from the prophets of Jerusalem is profaneness gone forth into all the land. Okay? Now, yeah, I mean, profane, you know what profane is, it's nastiness. It's, cursing, swearing. It's everything evil, profane. Okay? And because of the prophets in Jerusalem going out and telling everybody, oh, you're okay, I'm okay. Yeah, we're all okay. Nothing's going to happen to us. We just need to trust in Baal or those Babylonian gods, Astaroth, that moldy old Babylonian goddess that they named Easter after. Yeah. So if you're going to go out and celebrate Easter rather than Resurrection Sunday, okay, Easter eggs and eating colored hard-boiled eggs and all of that good stuff, candy. Of course, the candy's all right. I like candy. I like chocolate. But if you're going to celebrate Easter, you're going to worship a moldy Babylonian goddess, Astaroth. That's where the name came from. So, yeah. So, that's how the world, if you will, screws up Resurrection Sunday. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, and that's how, if you will, Santa Claus screws up Christmas. Of course, Jesus probably wasn't born on December 25th, but, they got to have something, screw up the birth of Jesus, the celebration of the birth of Jesus, our Savior, with Santa Claus. Okay. Oh, yeah. I better not talk about Santa Claus.
I'm sure they told him about it.
Yeah. Anyway, profaneness gone forth out of the. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words. Don't listen to them. Okay? They are all wrong. Don't listen to them. Hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. Okay? Listen to Jeremiah. Listen to Ezekiel. Listen to Daniel. Okay? Listen to my chosen prophets. They make you vain, useless, worthless. They speak a vision of their own heart. And there are tons and tons of false prophets out here today. Yeah. And they're all over, and you can watch some of the stuff, okay, on the Science Channel or the Discovery Channel. Oh, secrets of the Bible. Did Moses really exist? Is anything? The 10 plagues of the Bible. Of Egypt, they can find a scientific, thing. The Red Sea parting, any of the plagues, okay, the death of the firstborn in Egypt, any of those plagues.
No, they didn't have an answer for that.
They didn't have. Yeah.
I saw that. They said I was listening to, I don't know what program, but anyway, They went through every one of them. They said, we don't really know what happened here.
Yeah.
They had one for the frogs and the lice and anyway.
And the red in the river, Bible says it was blood. No, it was a flood of red mud that came down the river. Yeah. Okay, sure. You got it. Anyway, hearken not unto those words. But we've got, prophets out there today saying similar stuff. oh, Israel is so evil because of what they're doing to Hamas. Oh, poor Hamas. Yeah, yeah. Right. And anyway, they make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart and not out of the mouth of the Lord. Okay? Oh, that's a good place to stop for this week. So, yeah. Of course, you can also watch on the, on the Science Channel, Secrets of the Universe, and how many billions and billions and billions, and they can't find enough billions of years to figure out, how did we go from a, single-celled protozoa in the swamp up to us humans? Yeah, try and figure that one out without creation. So.